In S&P administrative data, we will cover what is the model and version and MPAS, storage bucket profile, planning area, planning books, time bucket profiles and database. So model and version is like a model is nothing but like a master data and a version is nothing but like a transactional data. Okay. In one APO system, we'll have n number of models and n number of versions. And one model having the n number of versions also. Go to the SAP menu, APO, master data, and planning version management, and model and version management /SAP APO MVM. So here we can see the model, and under the one model we have the different versions also. So even if model have n number of versions, always only one is the active version. It means whatever the planning and whatever the real integration we are doing with one version only. But why we need the other versions? Other versions is required for the simulation planning purpose. If we want to do any testing plan, we can do into the simulation run in the inactive versions, so that it will not impact the real-time data. So that is the purpose of the inactive versions. And other models also same thing. Like if we want to do separate the test plan with other model, we can do it also. So model will represent the master data and version will represent the transactional data. That is the reason when you are activating the planning area with the time series, we are giving the versions always. So here in the standard standard SAP, normally we used to use the model 000 and version 000 as a standard. Like normally any other products also, like normally you will find only the 000 is a active model and the active version. Then next topic is the supply chain engineer. Here, like for example, in one project, like there is a 3 plants are there, but 3 plants are like handled by 3 different business users. So there they can create their own work area, like whatever the plant they are handling. Under the plant, what are the customers, and what are the vendors, and what are the distribution channels, and what are the products are there, like everything, all master data, they can create own work area. Like whatever they are working are relevant for them, they can create their own work area. That we can do in the supply chain engineer. So for that one, you can go to the master data and go to the supply chain engineer and maintain the model. So here, like a model and work area, for example, you can give some test work area. If you want to create, we can create it, change adjustable, change and display at display mode. So now you can go to the change mode, and here you can see plant, DC, customers, vendors, everything we can see here. Location specific to products here, and this is the resource, and these are the production PPMs and the transportation lines. So if I want to add my master data in my work area, select the work area and go to the add object. For example, I want to add some resource. I will select as a resource, and here double click on the resource, and here you can select what resources are there. From here to we will take so I want to add this resource in my work area. So select from and to and continue. Now go to the resource tab you can see the resource whatever we have added, like 1, 2, 99 we have added. So like that, the users, like they can create their own work area and they can add their master data objects, either location, product, resource, PPM and the transportation. These are the APO master data. So that will be represented by the supply chain engineering.
So the work area, who will be using it?
That business, business users. Like for example, the planners is there in the S&P planners. So 3 planners are there. Like there is 1,000 products are there. So one planner is handling 300 products, and another planner is handling 400 products, and another planner handling 400 products. So whatever the 300 products, he will create his own work area, and whatever the remaining 400, planner 2, he will create his own work area, like that.
Like the work area is just another, it is like a model and version, like the previous one we were talking. Those are only for planning areas, or
actually
model and version?
It's like we are not using anywhere in the S&P like for working purpose, but just like they can create and they can see in one central screen.
Okay.
But like in the planning and somewhere, like really we are not using this work area.
Okay. So it is only for their users.
Yeah, just like for information, just they are creating their own areas. And next we can see the MPA. And another important thing in the APO S&P, like normally in the DP, we are creating a MPAS planning area like our own. Normally, we are not using the standard MPAS and standard planning area in the demand planning of implementation. But in S&P implementation, we have to copy the standard planning area. We cannot create our own planning area because lot of default SAP settings are there. If you copy from the S&P planning area, then only you will get all the default planning area settings. So that is the reason in S&P we have to copy the standard S&P planning area, and we need to copy the data. We need to create a one planning area. If you see any project, S&P projects are like a copy the existing S&P standard planning area and they can alterate it. Like if you want to add another key figure, you want to do some calculation, something like that, we can do one. But basically the planning area should be copied from the standard S&P planning area. Anyway, I will show you those things. But in the DP, we are creating one planning area and one MPAS, like mostly all the files. Okay, Sanjay? Now, anyway, if I copy my planning area, automatically I will get a MPAS also. Like a MPAS is assigned to planning area. If you are copying the planning area, it means it will come storage bucket profile and MPAS automatically. So, first we will see what is the SAP S&P MPAS. The same equal for the DP planning area MPAS and S&P planning area and MPAS / SAP APO MSDP _admin. So go to the MPAS, and this is the standard S&P planning master planning object structure MPAS. If you right click here, you can see what is the APO master data is the location, product, PPM or PDS, and resource and the transportation lines. These are the standard APO master data. So we have to use only these are the standard master data objects. So in the standard planning area, standard MPAS, we already have these values. And the other difference is we have to select the S&P possible, like for S&P MPAS.
We can add any other key figures, but we can't default any of them.
No. MPass characteristics we cannot add it, but key figures always we can add it. Even for DP also, once you are set up and once the project is live, so 99% it's not recommended to add the characteristics. But key figures, whenever you want, you can add it directly. Okay.
Yeah.
Because if we add one characteristics additionally, again it will change all the structure. So that is the reason normally it's not recommended to add the characteristics. Now we can see the storage bucket profile. /SAP APO /TR32. And this is the standard SNP MPass 9A SNP. Standard SNP storage bucket profile. Like a SNP, the least level data we can store into day level also. So that is the reason here we are selecting day and week, because we are doing the daily level planning also. We can do, and we want to see the data daily level also. But DP we used to select week and month, but here we have to select day and week. Anyway, this is also we are using the standard one. So horizon we can change it how you want it.
Well, like if you are changing, we will copy 9A SNP and then we will make our own changes to it.
No, like here we cannot change these values, like a day and a week, those we cannot change it. But if you want, I can change the from 2 dates. For example, if I want to change it, I can change it and I can save it, no problem.
Okay.
These dates I can change it, but remaining we cannot change it. Once we have saved, you cannot change it. And next, go to the planning area. This is the standard SAP SNP planning area 9A SNP 02. And right click and go to the display, and the planning area initialization you can see like a active version 000 we have initialized, and from 2006 to 2012 we have initialized. Now right click and go to the display. Like I told, we need to copy the standard planning area. To copy the standard planning area, what we can do, right click and go to the copy option, and you can give your own name, and whatever you want to do the changes you can do, and you can use that is as your planning area for SNP. So this is the option to copy the planning area. So here you can see the MPass is a 9A SNP BAS live cache, anyway same LCA, and storage bucket profile whatever we have seen 9A SNP, and unit of measure PC. This is the information. And aggregated, there is a standard aggregates are there for aggregation. So these are provided by SAP. So these we are not able to create normally. So we used to get it from the standard SNP planning area. And the key figures. Like normally there is a difference between the SNP and DP key figure. Here most of the key figures related to the planning and capacity. So anyway, in the SNP interactive planning, we will discuss about all the key figures, what exactly the key figures are doing. And here also same thing, like all like a 9A. These are the standard key figures. What are the 0? Those are the BI. And the Z, we can create our own key figures also. And if I go to the detailed information, we can see the differences now. So in the DP, I think you remember, like we have maintained the symmetric as a 001. Like automatically it will come. If you create a DP MPass and relate it to the planning area, automatically the key figures will come as a DP 001. But in SNP, The symmetric is a 000. This is a LC, live cache quantity, that is a time series quantity DP. So that is the reason DP is the time series data and SNP is the order series data. Like whatever the data in SNP is storing, it will represent one order, like a planned order, purchase requisition, stock transfer order, something like that, some order. But DP, bucket and quantity. So that is the main difference, and the difference is done by the symmetric value. And same, you can get the data directly from the InfoCube option, but normally it's not recommended. And the key figure function, you can see the forecast key figure as function is 1002. So whatever the function is defined, we are assigned to the same key figure. Like a 1002 is nothing but like a forecast. So we are like, these are all like a default settings only. Like once you copy, you will get all these options. So 1002 is a key figure function is assigned to forecast. And here you can see the category group. Anyway, tomorrow I will cover the category group, and you can see the categories. I think you remember when we are releasing the forecast from the DP to SNP, in the target we have given a version and category. In the source we have given the DP planning area and the DP version and the DP key figure. But in the target we have given the version and category. So, but we can see the results in the SNP interactive planning under the forecast key figure, because the category is assigned to this key figure, so that whatever the data you are releasing to this category, it will represent in the key figure, that assigned key figure. Like that, each and every order, like each and every planning data, it will be represent one version, one category. For example, sales orders as a BM and purchase requisitions are AZ and stock is a CC. Like that, everything will represent some categories. Even you can see in our SIF overview presentation also. So like that, everything will be represent one, like a sales order is a BM, like that, all categories. And the same options like a decimal, no decimal, negative values are allowed or not, zero values are allowed or not, like that. And finally the live cache order, like order series. If you in the DP, it will be like a time series. Here it is the order series data. And the key figure aggregation, like the same, like a structure, time disaggregation, structural disaggregation. First system, based on the time disaggregation, it will disaggregate, then it will disaggregate based on the structural. And the key figure assignment, that aggregation and the key figures are assigned. These are also standard settings. And aggregated planning. SNP is supporting the aggregated planning, that we can do product, location and resource level. And the loss in logic. And the same, when you are running the consistency check also in SNP, go to the consistency check, initialize the planning version, view the version, and select log. It will give the logs. Repair, it will repair any inconsistency, log the planning version. If any logs are there, it will show, and it will check the connection between the live cache and the planning area. And we need to select this option. For DP, no need to select this option, but SNP, we need to check the SNP master data also. So that is another difference to run the consistency check for DP and SNP planning area. Okay. Anyway, it will take little time compared to the DP. It will take little time. And now we can see the planning books. Go to the SAP menu, APO, SNP, Supply Network Planning, Environment, and the current setting, and define the planning book. Here we can see this is the SNP planning book, standard SNP planning book. But planning books again, like it's not like we can use the standard planning book. We can create whatever the planning books we required. It's not like only planning area we are copying the standard, so that by default storage bucket profile and MPAS will come, but remaining all things again we can create ourselves. Like again we can create a short-term planning book, for long-term planning book, and for capacities different planning book, like a transportation for a different planning book, for deployment, like that. Whatever the based on the situation, we can create a different planning books in the SNP again.
Kalan, for like planning area, we can't create an MPAS or storage bucket profile. We can't create those both. We have to take what's standard.
Because once you copied the planning area, by default those will become.
Okay.
So we cannot change it. Yeah.
You're copying from the standard planning area. Also, those both of them have to be standard.
Yeah, MPAS and storage bucket profile also by default it will come. So we can't change it again.
Okay.
And go to the planning book. And interactive planning also /SAP APO SNP94. It will directly take to the SNP planning book. This is SNP planning book. Here you can see, like in the DP we are selected the univariant, so that we will have a button in interactive planning to run the univariant profile. Like that same in SNP we have to select the supply network planning, capacity, transport, TLB, and deployment, so that the icons will be appear here. Supply planning, like a heuristic and optimizer. CTM we are running in the separate board, and deployment and TLB. So how we got these icons? By selecting here in the planning book. How we are selected the DP, the univariant, we got the univariant button. Same thing like a SNP, we need to select these things, so we can get icons here, so that we can run in interactive, or we can run in the background also. Background anyway we can run by program, but if you want to run in interactive, we can get icons here, like all the icons. That is the first page. And second page, key figures, like how we are selecting normally key figures, we can select from planning area to particular planning book. Same thing like a key figures also, like characteristics also, from the planning area to like a planning book, whatever the required for this book. And the key figure attributes, again same logic, like if you want to change, we can change the text and attributes, or we can create a fake key figure. And in SNP we have the two things. One is the planning data view, and another one is the capacity data view, like a capacity leveling. First we are doing the planning. Heuristic is infinite planning. So in the capacity leveling data view, we can do the capacity leveling. So that is the reason SAP standard is giving two planning books. First we will see the standard one, planning one. So in the planning, the time bucket profile is 9A SNP. So we can see what is the 9A SNP. So here you can see total 10 weeks. In the 10 weeks, first 3 weeks into the days. So that is the reason if you go to the SNP interactive planning, you can see first 3 weeks will appear as a day, like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like that, and the last 7 are weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So because of this time bucket profile, total 10 weeks. In the 10 weeks, first 3 weeks are in the day bucket, so remaining 7 weeks in the week bucket. So first 3 weeks it will appear as a day bucket, and remaining 7 weeks it will appear into the weekly bucket. Okay, Sandeep?
Okay. And this timing bucket profile is also standard for this
No.
9A?
No. I told you, like, we can create our own planning books. We can create our own planning book so that we can use the one planning time bucket profiles. If you take the default one, it will be default one. Otherwise, like normally planning books and database, we are creating one, and so that like time bucket profiles also, we are creating one time bucket profiles only.
Okay.
Only planning area only we are copying.
Yeah, okay. Only planning area,
MPAS and the storage bucket profile.
Rest of them we can create.
Yes. And here the table 9A S&P, and if we give initial like a last left of the left, so that you will get an initial here. The left you can get like initial. We can put a right, and we can put like mid also, this one, the initial. And the key figures, what are the key figures are there in the data view. So if this button is appearing, it means this is using in the macro. And we will see the other data view, like a capacity data view. So here also I will shift to capacity data view. This is the planning data view, and this is the capacity data view. S&P 90/2. So normally we can see one table, but here we are seeing table 1, table 2. So how it is possible? In the data view we have the table 1 and table 2 option. So if you normally in the DP we used to create only table 1. So if you select table 2 and if you give the name of the table 2, capacity plan and quantity view. So in interactive planning also we can get 2 tables, capacity plan and quantity view. Like that we will get 2 tables. But here also you can see the key figures. Like here you can see the key figures. This is for table 1, and additional key figures, this is for table 2. It means here also we have some key figures. So here also we have the key figures. So this is for the table 1 key figure, and the additional key figures is nothing but like a table 2 key figure. So here you can see data view. After that normally only key figure. Here we are maintaining the 2 tables, so that is the reason you will have the additional key figures also. MPAS standard, storage bucket profile standard, but we can change the date, and the planning area we are copying from the standard one, and we can alterate it how you want it. And then time bucket profiles, we can create one time bucket profile, and we can refer the standard one with combination of the week and month. And then planning books, these are the standard planning books. Like one is the data view for the capacity and another data view for the planning purpose. But anyway, in the real time we have to create our own planning book. Like it might be it is again 5 or 6 planning books. So this is about the S&P administrative data.